having much to work with. Thank you, DA. And let's check out a breakdown. Looking at some stats for Bogdanovich.
And the stat to look at is his steal total over the last 5 games. He's been focusing more on his defense, trying to be a disruptor, and it's made them a lot tougher on D.
Let's take a look at our starters for Sacramento. Joseph and Hield make up the backcourt. Bielitsa is out there with Holmes, and it's Barnes in at the small forward position. And looking at the Nets, Taurean Prince is out there with Allen. Then it's Garrett Temple. Then there's Spencer Dinwiddie, and it's Harris in at the 3 slot.
What a culture shift it's been in Sacramento the last few years. Vlade Divac along with Peja Stojakovic, 2 of the legendary Sacramento Kings players, finding their footing and trying to put their stamp on this organization with some of the young talent that they've acquired.
So Sacramento will get the first possession. Joseph looking around. A floater, and it's sent back by Allen. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Allen. On the wing, Barnes. Guarded by Harris. Barnes can't get it to go. And Brent, around the league, people are saying the Kings are one of the scarier teams on the rise.
Well, they drafted decently. They play a system that now is speaking to some of their young talent. They've had a nice blend. It's been a long time coming in Sacramento, but fans coming out to the new arena to support this new, young, hungry Kings group.
And the foul called on Jarrett Allen. That's his first foul. Prince against Bielitsa. Over in the corner, Barnes. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Shoots the 3. No good on that one. And Brooklyn will now go the other way with it. This game against Sacramento is the first time they've met this year.
And last season, they made short work of this club. 2 games, 2 wins.
Sort of representative of how they each finished the season. One a playoff team, the other on the outside looking in. I think things may play out the same way this year, too.
And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
The 7th overall pick in 2012 out of North Carolina. Harrison Barnes won a title in Golden State. Signs the big contract with Dallas, but yet to achieve the stardom that many predicted back in high school.
First free throw is good. Greg, you look at Harrison Barnes. What's his best role?
I mean, Kevin, he's a hard worker, able to hit the spot up 3. Defensively, his strength gives him some versatility, just a solid contributor.
Barnes hits them both.
You think about Harrison Barnes when he won an NBA championship in his 3rd year in the league after being the 7th pick in the 2012 NBA draft.
Dinwiddie against Joseph. At the elbow, it's Allen. Shoots over Holmes. That one wide left.
Well, mid-range is where he makes the money. So when the D's slow to get out on him, always surprising to see him miss from there.
Whoa, that'll wake you up. He is such a great athlete. Here's Temple, covered by Hield. Joseph against Dinwiddie. The dish to Allen. Back to Dinwiddie. Throws it up high and stolen by Bielitsa. And no good. Had a chance to take the lead there.
No doubt it's been a bit of a struggle for him here in this quarter in terms of scoring.
Harris passes to Dinwiddie. And here is Prince. He's covered by Joseph. Takes the 13-footer. Rebound by Bielitsa.
Well, he finds some space in that in-between gap there, Kevin. Too bad he can't release that one on target.
And so it's Harris who will bring it up for the Brooklyn Nets. Now the pass to Allen. For the three. The rebound by Hield. For Sacramento, they've gotten only 1 of 6 shots to drop for them to start this game. Joseph, the pass to Holmes. The rebound by the Nets. They defeated Charlotte in their last game.
I thought they had a solid game plan coming into that one, and then they made good adjustments along the way.
Well, the great thing about watching that game was that we saw it through their offense, and they showed a few different looks that they settled into and played well.
That's tipped. He's now 1 for 2 with that bucket. Nets have gone 50% from the field, hitting 3 of 6 since the opening tip. Passes it to Harris. And the rejection by Holmes. Barnes looking around. Hield outside. That doesn't go in. Had a chance, though, to take the lead. Inside, Prince. And he takes the fantastic lead pass up strong for the slam.
How about Taurean Prince getting up there and slamming it down?
The Kings trail by 3.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
Here's Holmes. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. It's on Jared Allen. And even though he stands 6'10", Holmes plays taller than that.
He does, mostly, Kevin, because of that length. I mean, he stretches out and uses that quick jump and can block some shots and deter a few guys from trying to do some things offensively.
That free throw missing. Plenty of games still ahead, Brent. Some discussion about shortening the regular season. Do you think that's going to happen?
I don't think it's going to happen.
Would you like to see it happen?
I like there's some percolating ideas out there that it might, and the idea of a 70-game season, to me, it sounds really healthy. It sounds healthy for the players.
Healthy's a great word to use.
It sounds healthy for the coaching staff. It sounds healthy for the league, and it sounds healthy for the competition that you're going to get. Those 70 games, that will be some elevated play throughout the course of a regular season.
That's a great number.
Oh, taking it to the rack with power.
Hammering down the two-hand slam. Joseph against Dinwiddie. Joseph dishes to Barnes. Just 5 to shoot.
A moment here to see the numbers for Bielitsa. 4th in three-point field goal percentage. And with a top 20 ranking in field goal percentage, you put the ball in his hands and he converts at a remarkable rate.
And yeah, he's one of the dead-eye sharpshooters in the game for sure. A top 5 percentage guy from deep. Just a hard man to slow down. That's good from Barnes. Barnes hits them both. And with the signing of Durant and Irving along with DeAndre Jordan, Greg, are the Brooklyn Nets now claiming the mantle for the top team in New York?
Listen, they were already the better team a season ago. After stealing the Knicks' thunder in free agency, acquiring the superstar talent, they're poised to steal the Knicks' cultural relevance as well.
Nets need to get a shot off here. Here's Jordan, and the rejection by Holmes. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Nets will retain possession. Here's Dinwiddie. 20 points for him last game against Charlotte. Tries again. Joseph with the rebound.
And typically he has the touch to finish when he's in tight, but not sure on that possession.
2 on none. No one back to stop this. Temple gets the bucket.
And that's how to make an impact with defense. Once the steal is made, you know they're going to be scattered.
Joseph against Dinwiddie. Outside, Joseph. And Jordan sends it back.
You can't just throw up stuff like that with DeAndre Jordan lurking around.
Here's Harris. The shot, no good. And Sacramento will go the other way with it.
And already they've staked out a noticeable advantage in terms of aggression and controlling the backboard.
Healed the pass to Barnes. Brooklyn with the rebound.
Time for some consideration in the passing category, maybe, Kevin. The shot is just not on. Get somebody else going.
Here's Temple. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
A great year for the Kings last year. We're in the playoff hunt right up until the very last month of the season, and ultimately came up short. But those guys will be hungry to want some postseason play this year.
He misses the free throw. And Brent, as you mentioned, the Kings came up short last year, but you have to think the playoffs are in their future.
Thinking about the playoffs would be nice. They did make a coaching change as Luke Walton is taking over for Dave Yeager, and changing coaches can sometimes disrupt development. Will they continue to play at the same pace that they played at last year? They were phenomenal in the open floor.
He hits the second from the line. The Kings trail by 6. Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
Outside, Bogdanovich. Shot clock at 5. Banked in off the glass.
Well, Bogdanovich, we saw a little bit of this during the All-Star weekend. He can play with a little bit of flair, and you know he's confident when he starts to show those signs.
On the wing, Shumpert. And there's the rebound by Dedmon. Sacramento's gone 0-3 from three-point land. Nothing yet going outside. Riza, Waba with the rebound. Brooklyn leading by 4. And Temple kicks to Shumpert. Sinks the three-pointer.
Shumpert had such a great year shooting it last year. When he's hitting, it really stretches out the floor for the rest of his ball club.
Farrell passes to Bogdanovich. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. Well, Greg, it took some time for Bogdan Bogdanovich to make it over to the NBA, but you can see why he was worth the wait.
And Bogdanovich showed some flashes of his great shooting that rookie year and only improved on that last season. Still, you know, in his mid-20s, he should only continue to get better as he adjusts to the NBA.
Free throw good, Bogdanovich. With social media, extended TV coverage, lots of distractions for these players, Brent. But some do a terrific job of blocking all that out and keeping their focus.
I think the roles and responsibilities of teams is changing around exactly what you're talking about, Kevin. You have to have people within your organization that help these players understand where it is that they have to focus most, and that is your job on the floor. And so really good organizations are educating the players on that. They're not just relying on the agents or outside sources. Teams are trying to get in there and impact guys at a young age to make sure that, as you said, that noise is not part of their beginning part of their career.
Can't make it a distraction. Shumpert bounce pass. Pass to Jordan. Over Dedmon. No good off the back of the rim. And here's Farrell. He'll bring it up for Sacramento. They trail by 3. It's deflected. They recover it. And now let's bring up the 2K leaderboard so we can see and check out some of the most feared defenders in the league. The steal leaders among shooting guards. Third is Bogdan Bogdanovic.
And both the hand speed and general quickness of the players on that list are outstanding. Those are the qualities you need to be an effective perimeter defender.
Well, if he was a light switch, he'd always be on. Defensively, they treat each possession like the game depends on it. They're looking to cause a little bit of chaos in any way that they can.
First one falls for him.
Such a long road to recovery from Harry Giles, but so many people rooting for Harry when it is that he makes some kind of plays that remind you of when Giles was one of the top recruits coming out of his high school class, one that included De'Aaron Fox and also Jason Tatum.
And so he hits both. And as you said, Brent, with Giles, the potential is there, and that's why they drafted him.
Well, they still think that they're going to explore the massive upside to what Harry Giles represents. Great size, great skill, and it's about him just feeling more and more confident in the health of his body to be able to produce like we've seen on some nights here, Kevin.
Kicks it out to Ariza. The 3. But they recover it. Brooklyn leading by 3. Tipped away. It's stolen by Ariza. And here's the fast break. And there's Bogdanovic. That's good on the assist by Ariza. Bogdanovic has got 8 points. Brooklyn's gone 2 or 3 from deep so far in this game. Outside jumper.
And with the pause here, how about the stats for Bogdanovic? Averaging about 15 points, 4 assists, and 2 rebounds. And he's done his share of the work for the team, definitely making an impact.
Well, the numbers, if you look at them, impressive all the way around, and he's not letting the team down.
And the first one drops.
Shumpert, an important piece to this basketball team. He comes in, he does a lot of things well, and accepts the defensive responsibility that is placed on him.
And both free throws good for Shumpert. The Kings trail by 3. Pass to Dedmon. Dishes it to Bogdanovic. Launches a 3. It's hauled in by DeAndre Jordan. Jordan's got 4 rebounds now tonight.
Yeah, they got that one, but early on, it's really been a struggle for them to secure that defensive backboard.
Outside jumper. 5 to shoot. The shot off that time, and Sacramento will go the other way with it. They come into this having outplayed Phoenix the last game.
Yeah, and in that one, they were aggressive, but also efficient. The exact balance you're looking to achieve.
Well, easy to be efficient, Greg, on nights like that when everybody has things going. Let's see if they're still in the rhythm tonight.
And the pass to Claxton. Gets the 3-pointer to fall. And the Nets lead by 4.
And Shumpert surveying the floor and finding the open man, so a nice swing pass on that possession.
Farrell passes to Bogdanovic. Good ball movement here by the Kings. Dedmon kicks to Bogdanovich. And they come right back with their own three-pointer. Bogdanovich has got 11.
And just a solid way to start the game. 4-5.
It's stolen. A finish. And it's slammed in by Ariza.
Ariza with a nice job of running wide out there to complete the break.
8-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Musa passes to Shumpert. And Bogdanovich picks up the foul. That's his first foul. .23 seconds left in the first quarter. Here's Nwaba. No points in the game yet for him. Shot clock at 3. Jacks up a 3. The rebound by Giles. Here's Farrell to the inside. Dedmon. And Dedmon throws it down.
Got to have good court awareness, and it was on display right there from Bogdanovich.
We'll take a quick break and then back to the action here. And this has been a fairly close game through the first quarter, and we'll see what happens here in the second. And for the Kings guys, what jumps out to you stats-wise?
Hey, why take jump shots when you can get your points at the rim?
Yeah, that worked wonders for them in the quarter. We'll see what kind of adjustments get made.
On the floor for Sacramento, Farrell is out there with Bogdanovich. Then it's Dwayne Dedmon. Then it's Trevor Ariza. And it's Giles in at the power forward position. Passes it to Musa from outside the arc. Good on the three-point shot. Musa's got it all tied up now for the Nets.
You can't just stop when there's a pick set up. Gotta fight over it as a defender.
That's one that the coaches will watch tomorrow with that player. You hate to see him give up in that situation.
And Sacramento seems like a great fit for Luke Walton. Team's approach on offense really matches his own. Should never be a shortage of scoring for the Kings.
You wonder how it is that Luke Walton did his studying coming into this season with how much success last year Dave Yeager had in getting these guys to push the ball up the floor. Luke Walton believes that anyone can rebound and bring it up, and they have the kind of guys who could do that on this roster.
And we've played through the first minute here in the second. Here's Farrell, guarded by Shumpert. 5 on the clock. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up. And it's going to go on Amon Shumpert. Are there any players, Brent, you have been surprised with how good they've become?
Well, last year, the evolution of Pascal Siakam and what he was able to do in Toronto was just out of nowhere. And what an incredible run he had, being a huge part of getting that team into the NBA Finals for the first time. Canada saw finals basketball, the birthplace of basketball.
The Toronto Huskies, you're right.
Pascal Siakam last year was such a huge eye-opener.
How about his game 1 in the finals? Unbelievable.
Tremendous, and great confidence, and the way that he can play, Kevin, very difficult to match up against. Shooting threes, transition, long on defense. It'll be interesting to see in the years to come how far Pascal Siakam comes in the league.
And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time.
You can tell he's feeling confident right now at the line, and when he's on, he can be lights out.
The shot misses, and Sacramento will go the other way with it. They've got the Wizards ahead of them. Their next game in Washington. That'll be the second on the road in the midst of this long 4-game road stand. And we've got an update here, so let's catch up with David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, Kenny Atkinson, who's a native of Long Island, now has his dream job, coaching the Brooklyn Nets. He doesn't need praise or recognition. Instead, he's fueled by the fear of failure. He says, I always feel like I'm one banana peel away from never being in the NBA again. And Kevin, he's got his team playing with that same determination.
David, he sure does. Thank you very much. And Brooklyn making a change here. Dinwiddie's checked in. And the free throw, no good.
Well, his body control is phenomenal, and his ability to get to the line has always been impressive. That's a huge part of his game.
He dishes it to Shumpert. And Trevor Ariza is going to pick up a foul here. That is his first foul of the game. Prince is checked in for the Nets. Joe Harris comes in for Shumpert. Now here's Dinwiddie. Defense is right there. And now the Kings fast break. Here's Bogdanovich. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. Bogdanovich has got the lead up to 8 now for the Kings. Nets have gone 1 of 3 to start out the second quarter. Musa passes to Allen. Knocks it loose. Here's Dinwiddie. And he can't stop the run as he misses. Sacramento leading by 8. Pass to Farrell. Bogdanovich with it. Kings moving the ball around. To the middle. That's good, and he's now 3 for 4 from the field.
And right now, they're just focused on putting together good possessions.
That's exactly how they got the lead. They ended up having multiple possessions in a row with good quality shots, knocked them down, and the game is fully in their control.
And the first timeout called of the game for Brooklyn.
And coach can't be happy, and I think I know why. Their defense putting up no resistance inside.
No, they're not preventing them from scoring, and if you can get to a high efficiency shot on the floor, and that's the paint, you just keep going.
Sacramento making some changes. Bielitsa, he checks in for Ariza. Buddy Hield comes in for Bogdanovich. And it's Joseph in for Yogi Ferrell. And we're now a little over 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. Pass to Prince. Back to Dinwiddie. Just 5 on the clock. And again, no good by Brooklyn.
He hit 1 3 in the first, but the well has been totally dry for him in the second.
Hield dishes to Joseph. Got a hand on it. Dinwiddie with it. Joseph on him. Prince's shot is good.
And with that basket, he's able to end a 10-0 run by Sacramento.
And the 6'6" point guard, Spencer Dinwiddie. Second-round pick of the Detroit Pistons in 2014. You know, Greg, they might have wished they held on to him.
One of the most improved players in our league. Last season, he signed that 4-year, $48 million extension from the Nets, rewarding his growth.
And it's Allen slamming it down.
What elevation. He's a smaller but still determined big man, and he likes mixing it up with his impressive vert.
And a 1-year player at Texas, Jared Allen came into the league as a bit of a project. He's got ample playing time to develop in Brooklyn.
Garrett Temple has checked in for Musa. Rashawn Holmes, he's checked in for the Kings. And that one misses. And Greg, safe to say, Allen's defense is ahead of his offense.
Yeah, but his mobility and leaping ability serve him well as a finisher, providing that vertical spacing teams like to have inside.
A three-pointer is right on target.
Harrison Barnes very comfortable in that catch and shoot.
Joseph against Dinwiddie. Harris outside. Shot clock at 6. The dish now to Allen. Here's Dinwiddie. And again, no good by Brooklyn.
With him struggling tonight, they need to find some other options out there to keep themselves in the game.
And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
Buddy Hield finished off the 2018 season on a tear, and then last year played some tremendous basketball, trying to work on rounding out his game, not just to be a scorer, but more dynamic on offense by making plays, drawing fouls, and being more consistent.
Free throw drops for Hield. Well, with Hield, Brent, you know the shooting is going to be there. Now he's starting to get more trips to the line.
Trips at the line, maybe catching up to De'Aaron Fox in transition. It's going to be really interesting with the new offensive system under this coaching staff, how it is they utilize the scoring ability of Buddy Hield.
Both shots good from the stripe.
And Hield is a player who you love to see take trips to the free throw line, as consistent as he is there.
And there's the call. It's going to be an illegal screen. And now we'll look at the upcoming schedule for Sacramento. On Sunday, they'll go up against Bradley Beal and the Washington Wizards. Then on Monday, they'll be matching up against Gordon Hayward and the Boston Celtics.
And if I'm this team, I'm looking at this as a barometer to see how we stack up against some of the top teams in the league. They'll have to be at their best, but if they come out of this with some success, I think it'll build momentum for the rest of the run.
Allen outside. Back to Dinwiddie. They need this. That's good from Allen on the assist by Dinwiddie. Allen's got 5 points so far.
It does so much out there to stretch out the defense when he's out on the perimeter, and he drains the triple.
And there's the pass to Barnes. Up top, Holmes, defended by Allen. Holmes kicks to Hield. Allen with the rebound. Allen's got 7 rebounds in the game. Nets passing it around. Harris's shot is off.
That might not be the shot they want him taking, even with the D backing off.
Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. It goes on Spencer Dinwiddie.
Continues to try to work to find some consistency, does Harrison Barnes, and right there knocking at the defense's door.
That's good from Barnes. Brent, when a team hires a new coach, what tends to be the feelings of the players in that locker room, knowing there's a new voice in there?
If you are a veteran player, you have the opportunity, more than likely, Kevin, to call 5 or 6 resources that know who that coach is, because most of the time coaches that are getting hired have previous NBA experience. If you're a younger player, you're looking at what it is that's being written and said about that coach to try to evaluate how it is that you're going to fit in. The biggest responsibility, Kevin, is that new coach trying to get as many of those players into the facility or at a meeting or at a dinner to have them understand from day one, as soon as possible, what it is that they're about, what it is he's expecting from them, and how it is he's going to go about them. Then all the other things about guesswork, those go away.
Right, all about communication.
That communication, and communication as quick as you possibly can, that's an important factor.
Oh, and here comes Barnes all alone. And it's Barnes slamming it down.
They're looking to start lean on him offensively as Harrison Barnes has it going.
Temple the pass to Dinwiddie. And Rashawn Holmes gets the whistle that time. That's foul number 2 for him.
It's his second foul, but not the end of the world. One more before halftime, though. That would change some things.
DeAndre Jordan's checked in for Brooklyn. Down low. Temple gets the bucket. Temple's got his second basket of the night.
And they've repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid off.
And Joseph kicks to Holmes. Dishes it to Barnes. Good. Score the basket. Mark him 4 for 8, shooting 50% so far.
Yeah, that's the third bucket in a row from the paint. This defense needs to clog those lanes in the middle.
Here's Temple, covered by Heel. And here's Harris from the arc. Oh, he touched it while it was in the cylinder. That's offensive basket interference. Kings leading now by 16. It's stolen by Harris. Prince finds Harris. Dinwiddie outside. Pass to Harris. Out of bounds, Sacramento takes possession. And here are the deadliest long-range shooters in the league. The real stats, the real scores from the real NBA. The 4th spot held by Nemanja Bjelica.
What a percentage that is for him from three-point range this season. His deep touch is about as good as you're going to see.
Pass to Barnes. It's good. With that basket, he's now 5 for 9.
They've settled into a nice groove offensively here in the second.
Pass to Claxton. Misses the 3.
Looks like the game plan is they're willing to give him that kind of shot. It worked out for them this time, but if they give it to him.
And the definition of teamwork right there on that alley-oop.
And Greg, what about the finish? Bringing it down with some thunder. Yeah. Dinwiddie surveying the floor, and the dunk by Jordan.
Well, determined that time to get to the rim, anticipating the pass, and a rim rocker.
Outside, Joseph. He kicks it to Heel. There's the steal. And here we go. Brooklyn fast break. Harris with the ball. Out of bounds, Sacramento takes possession.
And a moment here to look at the numbers for Barnes. He's averaging 15 points a game, 5 rebounds, and 2 assists. And he's done his share of the work for the team, definitely making an impact.
Well, the numbers, if you look at them, impressive all the way around, and he's not letting the team down.
Joseph against Dinwiddie. Healed outside. And another 3 for Sacramento.
Yeah, and they're starting to warm up from the field this quarter.
Nets trail by 21. Temple dishes to Jordan. Back to Temple. Lets it go from deep. Good on the triple. Temple's got 8 points.
Now just all alone down there. Credit goes to DeAndre for finding him. That's a nice pass.
Timeout is called. First of the game for Sacramento. Well, last season for sure, Greg, a bit of a journey for DeAndre Jordan as he went from the Mavericks to the Knicks before his free agency. Now he is a part of Brooklyn.
And both KD and Kyrie took pay cuts to get Jordan on board. Still a factor with his size and defense despite a lackluster year in 2019. Nets are hoping he can find his magic and be a force once again.
So for the Nets, David Nwaba is checked in for Joe Harris. And Shumpert in there for Garrett Temple. A big group substitution here for Sacramento. Harry Giles is checked in for Rashawn Holmes. Riza comes in for Bielitsa. Bogdanovich, he's checked in for Buddy Hield. And Yogi Ferrell subbed in for Corey Joseph. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Ariza. Here's Giles. And it's blocked by Jordan. Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, after years and years of rebuilding, the Kings are finally a team on the rise, and they're earning respect. Draymond Green said they've got a lot of young talent, never quit, probably the fastest team in the history of the NBA. Green said after he plays them, I leave the game exhausted. I go home, I'm dead. And Kevin, we know that Green is pretty accustomed to going all out.
David, he sure is. He's got a lot of engine in him. Thank you so much. Shumpert passes to Dinwiddie. Back to Shumpert. Kicks it out to Dinwiddie. Shumpert against Ariza. Now here's Shumpert, guarded closer. Good D by Barnes. This will make 4 trips to the line so far in the game.
And how good has he been at the line?
And he knocks down the first one. Musa, he's checked in for Spencer Dinwiddie. And a change for the Kings. Dedmon's checked in. So he hits 1 of 2 from the stripe. Nets trail by 17. 40 seconds left in the first half. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
That's some good confidence from Shumpert. Once he's in there deep, in the teeth of the defense, does a good job of drawing the foul.
He'll take his 3rd and 4th free throw shots of the game right here.
Finished the season last year around 80% from the stripe.
And that one misses. And he's good on the second. Here's Ferrell. He's got 8. The pass to Barnes. Dedmon finds Barnes. Drains the three-pointer. Barnes has got a couple of three-pointers in the second for the Kings.
Shooting it with more confidence now. Look at his face. He didn't look quite right in the opening minutes, finding it now.
To the paint, here's Claxton, and the layup is good after a nice lead pass. Claxton's got his second basket of the night.
Shumpert looking to get other guys going. Finds the open man that time.
The three from Barnes, and no good on the last second attempt this time. And so it's Sacramento out in front by 17 points at the end of the quarter. And we'll see if they can keep up their tremendous shooting. They've been dialed in so far from the field. And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thank you, Kevin. Harrison, a big first half for you offensively. How did you get loose?
My teammates just been finding me. I've just been trying to just run hard, make good backdoor cuts, run it in transition, and give me good looks.
You have not stopped moving at all, and it's led to good results. Thanks, Harrison. Back to you, Kevin.
Thanks so much, Dave, for the great interview. Don't go away, folks. We'll be back for the second half of basketball right after this.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back to 2K Sports, everybody. Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith. Let's talk about that first half. Harrison Barnes led the way in the first half. He had 21 points, 2 rebounds, and 1 assist. In their previous game, he had a performance he said he wanted to put behind him quickly, and so far he's doing just that with the nice first half he had here. What'd you think about Sacramento, Kenny?
Well, they're getting to the line more, and that usually comes down to wanting it more. Because once they had the lead, they kept pushing. They tightened the screws up, and they didn't let go.
And over to the big fella, your thoughts on the Nets?
Well, they struggle in a number of areas. Protecting the rim is really at the top of the list. They haven't made that a priority. They haven't put forth a whole lot of effort. You got to protect the rim.
And that'll do it for us. The third quarter about to begin with Kevin Harlan standing by. We'll catch you on the flip side.
My brother.
And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. And you know, Harrison Barnes has really been making it happen, guys.
And the way he goes at defenders, he is bound to get to the line just like he did there in that first half.
Yeah, almost inviting contact, that attack mentality on full display.
And with the second half upon us, we'll find out if this game becomes the route that it's threatening to be. They've got Garrett Temple. Jared Allen is out there with Taurean Prince. Then there's Spencer Dinwiddie. And it's Harris in at the small forward. So that's the Nets 5.
And they've only got a slight edge on the boards, but it just feels a lot bigger.
Dinwiddie against Joseph. Wants to get it to Barnes and does. Poked away. Clock at 6. Hield outside. Over Temple. And Hield with the basket on the assist by Barnes. 7 points for Buddy Hield.
That's such a quick trigger there. Hield able to hit even with a hand in his face.
Dinwiddie passes to Prince. Beyond the arc. Rebound by the Kings. Outside, Joseph. Here in this third quarter, just over a minute play. And so it's Dinwiddie with it. He'll bring it up for Brooklyn. 19-point game. Next step for them, the Knicks, a road game in New York. That's game 1 of a 3-game road trip.
Well, that just scrambled the defense all kinds of ways with that great initial pass.
And he might not be a household name just yet, but Joe Harris is one of the game's true dead-eye marksmen. You can make the case he's the most underrated shooter in the league.
The free throw off from Harris. Maybe not the most famous beard in the league, but Joe Harris's beard last year, Greg, drawing some notice in the NBA.
The lumberjack look belying his feathery touch. Good size and strength, enabling him to play the small forward position when needed.
Dinwiddie against Joseph. Prince, the pass to Allen. And he banks in the layup. Allen's got 7 points in the game.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Joseph with the ball, defended by Dinwiddie. And Joseph kicks to Hield. Misses off the right iron.
Even if you're not shooting it, you like to see the effort level, and his tonight has been high.
Allen finds Temple. Passes it to Prince. To the middle. Here's Allen. And slam dunk by Allen.
More and more signs of the skill set of Taurean Prince as he finds an open teammate.
Kings leading now by 15. Outside, Joseph. That's a 2 from Barnes. Drained for 2 points. Barnes has got 23. So it's Brooklyn now. Dinwiddie with it. He has 7. Pass to Prince. In the corner, it's Harris. 6 to shoot. Prince with it. Picked up by Joseph. Whistle blows. Basket is good. So a chance here for a 3-point play.
And they are attacking the rim and getting great results.
And a 4-year player at Baylor, Taurean Prince, something of a surprise lottery pick back in 2016. But Greg, he's become a very valuable player.
You know, he's one of those two-way power wings that it seems every team wants. A dependable three-point marksman who holds his own defensively.
That one misses for Prince.
Interesting with Taurean Prince kind of coming along at the right time as the league is searching out physical, tough wing defenders that have the capability of shooting the 3 ball, the prototypical 3-and-3 man.
Pass to Dinwiddie. Floats one up. Rebound by the Kings. Holmes got his 7th rebound here tonight.
And with the success they've had rebounding the basketball, they're right where you'd expect them to be, firmly in the driver's seat.
And there's the call on Garrett Temple. That's foul number 2 for him. Joseph against Dinwiddie. Shot by Hield, nobody around.
Yeah, the three-pointer has not been his weapon in this one. He had 1 in the first quarter and still 0 here in the second.
There's the pass to Dinwiddie. Harris passes to Dinwiddie. Now Allen, covered by Barnes. 4 on the shot clock. Here's Prince. And again, no good by Brooklyn. Kings leading now by 17. Hield dishes to Barnes. No good, and he's missed half of his 14 field goal attempts. Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively, for sure.
With a break in the action, let's take a peek at the real stats, real scores from the real NBA and the top rebounding teams in the league this season. In third, the Nets.
You know, it's not necessarily a glamour stat, but make no mistake, their top-notch board work has been a huge key to their success.
Free throw drops for Temple. He doesn't get the second one.
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding
after that one.
Passes to Holmes. And fouled as he went up to the dunk. Good aggressive move, and he'll shoot two.
Yeah, really strong offensive thrust there, but then how about the defense able to negate that attack?
So far in the game, he's 0 of 2 at the line. That free throw good from Holmes. And that's good as he hits both of his shots. Nets trail by 18. Pass to Temple. Dinwiddie with it. Out guarded by Hield. Dinwiddie with the bucket. Dinwiddie's got 9.
Of all the action happening there, Kevin, it's the assist that jumps out to me there. That's just a great look and a great setup for the bucket.
And it'll be Sacramento as it goes out of bounds. The Kings retain possession.
And let's take a look at the numbers for Jared Allen. 2nd in field goal percentage, 15th in rebounding, and of course, rim protection always at a premium. That's an important part of his game. Top 20 in blocks per.
And you mentioned it, he's the 2nd best shooter in the league right now. Quick trigger with just a little bit better footwork. He could take over that top spot. Harry Giles is checked in for the Kings. It's Bielitsa. Connects from three-point range. And the Kings lead by 19.
Well, this guy can spread the court. Bielitsa deadly from the three-point line.
Dinwiddie, the bounce pass. Three-pointer. It's hauled in by the Kings. Holmes got double-digit rebounds now in the game.
They have been board dominant in this game. That's definitely been a factor in crafting this huge lead.
And Temple kicks to Harris. Back to Temple. He dishes it to Dinwiddie. Just 5 to shoot. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
Oh, the officials are all over that one.
It's his first trip to the line. And he makes the first. Trevor Ariza's checked in for Sacramento. Yogi Ferrell comes in for Corey Joseph. And both free throws good for Dinwiddie. And here's Ferrell. He'll bring it up for the Sacramento Kings. Pass to Hield. With the teardrop. Excellent D there from Allen. Nets trail by 17. Here's Temple. 9 points in the game so far. Oh, Dinwiddie in position. Holmes with the steal. Here's Ferrell. The pass to Holmes. Inside, here's Hield.
And really, for a long time, the specter hanging over Buddy Hield was he's the player who was traded for DeMarcus Cousins.
Hard billing to live up to, but he has made some giant leaps with his development.
The first one falls. Dwayne Dedmon's checked in for Rashawn Holmes. Both free throws good from Hield.
And if they continue, Kevin, their outstanding free throw shooting, that'll help them seal the deal.
Knocked loose. And the ball's tied up, so we'll have a jump ball. And Hield has slowly but surely turned himself into one of the elite shooters in the NBA.
And guys, to be as locked in as he is from deep with his height and release is deadly. He's the kind of player who gets better as his teammates get better around him, and he is just now finding his stride.
Shumpert with the steal. In transition, here come the Nets. Floats one. Here's Claxton. He has 5. There's the triple. And again, no good by Brooklyn. Hield outside. Kicks to Dedmon. Some nice ball movement here by the Kings. Back to Farrell. It's tipped.
Well, it helps to have a guard who can block some shots. Shumpert, a dependable defender who at times can get up to throw things away.
Musa passes to Shumpert. And that one is good. Shumpert's got 8 points.
And that's an example of playing big, adapting to the situation.
Tip of the cap there. I mean, that defense was good. The finish was better.
Now, here's Dedmon. Defended by Allen. Dedmon passes to Giles. Shot clock at 5. With some arc, and Hield with the lay-in. Hield's got 8 points here in this quarter.
Well, tricky there on that play as Hield had the soft floater that trickled in.
And they call an illegal screen here. And we always talk about getting good looks. Here's who's doing the best of it in the NBA. You look at Allen, a great player, second in the league. And, of course, Holmes, nearby, just a couple down.
You can't say enough about these two guys shooting this season. Both their percentages, just incredible stuff.
Here's Farrell, guarded by Shumpert. Too long in the paint, and he's hit with a 3-second violation. And no good on the technical, so unable to pick that one up. So for the Nets, Jordan comes in for Allen, and Dinwiddie subbed in for Musa. Bogdanovich, he's checked in for Sacramento. Farrell kicks to Dedmon. Passes it to Hield. Clock at 6. And it's blocked by Jordan. Here's Shumpert. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2.
Yeah, you got to prevent Shumpert from a straight line drive like that. You can't let him gut the defense that way.
He's made 3 of his 4 free throw attempts in the game. Free throw good. Amon Shumpert. And both free throws good for Shumpert. Kings leading now by 19. Farrell passes to Dedmon. Knocked away. Oh, and a fast break for the Nets. Shumpert with the ball. Dinwiddie wide open. Gets an open look and hits. Dinwiddie's got 14 points for the game.
A good look there, and he didn't waste it. His second three of the game.
Now here's Ariza. He's guarded closely. And again, the turnover by the Kings.
And with the break in the action, let's look at the stats for Dinwiddie. Averaging about 18 points per, 5 assists, and 2 rebounds. And you look at the numbers he's been putting up. Fantastic scoring production from him.
Yeah, hard to ask for anything more at this point. He's really stepped up, and he's really delivered.
Shumpert against Ariza. Now Shumpert. He's got 10. Bogdanovich left side. And once again off the mark by Sacramento. Nets trail by 16. Here's Nwaba. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. He feeds it to Jordan. And it goes down 2 points.
And not relying at all on the three-point shot. They may want to rethink about stretching the defense a bit like they did in that first half.
Here's Farrell, guarded by Shumpert. Healed from outside. That's in for his 5th field goal of the game. Makes him 5 for 12 so far.
And the spacing right there for Buddy Hield allows him to get that shot off. You just can't give him that kind of space or he's going to hurt you.
Jordan dishes to Dinwiddie. Here's Shumpert. That one falls coming off Dinwiddie's feet. And that's 13 points for Amon Shumpert.
Nice answer back there. Love to see the competitiveness.
Yeah, both teams finding ways to the three-point line and trying to take advantage from distance.
And here's Bogdanovich for 3. Brooklyn's gone 2 of 5 with the three-point shot since coming out of the break. Lobs it up for Jordan. An emphatic alley-oop jam.
Well, I like the shot selection of DeAndre Jordan. He stays ready to shoot, especially in the paint. Does not have many attempts in his career outside of it.
29 seconds left in the third quarter. Here's Dedmon. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2.
Yeah, easy call.
And he's got his first free throw of the game.
Gotta admire what he's been able to do at the free throw line this season. How about over 90%?
And the first one at the line is good.
Well, from the D-League to dominating defensively, Dwayne Dedmon hustling around.
And the Nets making a change here. Temple's checked in. Then for the Kings, Barnes comes in for Buddy Hield. And it's Joseph in for Yogi Ferrell. And so he makes both from the line.
Makes it pretty tough on the defense. Who you're going to pick to send to the free throw line. And he's hitting the free throws right now. Form looks good.
Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. Now here's Dinwiddie. He's got 14. On the wing, Shumpert. Over Bogdanovich. Jordan, great positioning on the putback.
And how about that beautiful display for us of DeAndre Jordan and that wingspan getting to that ball.
And here at the end of the third quarter, it's a double-digit ball game. It's Sacramento. They lead by 12. And time for the short break, and stay right where you are. The fourth quarter is coming up next. And how about a look now at our assist of the game? Brought to you by State Farm.
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter for him.
Well, there's a way to break down the defense with the handle, but you can do it with the pass. Prime example of that right there.
And 1 quarter to go in a game that to this point has not been an evenly fought contest. A moment now to reset the lineups, brought to us by Gatorade, all fueled up here for the 4th quarter. On the court right now for the Kings, at small forward and power forward, it's Ariza and Barnes. Corey Joseph is out there with Bogdanovich, and it's Dedmon in at the 5 down low. Claxton with the bucket.
And of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is just smash mouth physical basketball, guys.
Joseph with the ball, defended by Dinwiddie.
That's the only kind of defense that's going to cut the mustard here tonight. You got to stay on top of a guy like that who can play at such a high level offensively.
And Bogdanovich picks up the foul. That'll be his 2nd foul of the game. The Kings making a switch here. Bielitsa's checked in. Outside jumper. Five to shoot. Poke loose. 4th quarter of basketball. We're about a minute into it. Joseph, the pass to Bielitsa. Beautiful dish, and the layup goes down.
Bielitsa does a good job of staying active and with his shot that time.
Bogdanovich against Shumpert. Pass to Dinwiddie. Rebound by Bielitsa. Kings leading now by 12. Over in the corner, Barnes. Over Claxton. Misses off the left iron. The net shooting straight 49% from the field. Down low, Jordan. And DeAndre Jordan throws it down.
And this is where you have to appreciate DeAndre Jordan's activity. Incredible at staying engaged for the full 48.
Now here's Barnes. He's covered closely. It's Bogdanovich on the wing. Drills the three-pointer. And the Kings lead by 13.
Now that's a high percentage look when the D doesn't fight over the screen.
Yeah, the coach over there just asking for one simple thing, and that's some effort. Got burned on that one.
Timeout called the Nets. One of the stories here, Harrison Barnes getting it done today.
Yeah, smart move here. Talk things over. He's really eating them up, and they've tried a few different looks defensively. Nothing quite getting it done.
And let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Hey guys, I was able to catch Kenny Atkinson's message to his team. He got on him. He said he's got to see more intensity. He said we've put ourselves in this hole and we've got to work our way out of it. Show me you've got what it takes, guys.
Thank you, David. Temple the pass to Dinwiddie. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here.
Yeah, good job to take it right at the D.
That free throw, no good. And the second free throw, good.
Yeah, sometimes in a game you settle a little bit before settling in, and right now I think he's a big factor in how they're getting to the line.
Joseph against Dinwiddie. Now here's Joseph. D right on him. And oh, he blocked it and deflects off the backboard. For three, Harris. That one falls, coming off Dinwiddie's feet. Dinwiddie's got his 9th assist in the game now. Sacramento leading by 9. Joseph, the pass to Dedmon. We're in the final quarter of play here, 3 minutes in.
That's a shocker there. Did not expect him to miss from that range. He's got to be shooting close to 60% from there.
Here's Temple. He's covered by Bogdanovich. Shot clock at 6. Back to Dinwiddie. Fires from deep. The shot that time not on target. And Sacramento will go the other way with it. Their biggest lead of the game was 21. Barnes can't get it to go. And so it's Harris who will bring it up for Brooklyn. They've only given up 5 points here in the 4th quarter. And there's the foul. It's on Dwayne Dedmon. That's his 3rd foul of the game. Richaun Holmes, he's checked in for the Kings. Dinwiddie kicks to Prince. From past the arc. Rebounded by Holmes. Holmes got 11 rebounds in the game. Here's Joseph. Holmes with it, working on Allen, and Holmes throws it down. That gives him a double-double in this one. 10 points and 12 rebounds.
Scraping and clawing, doing everything he can to grow that lead.
Emphatic on the putback stuff.
Now, team's having a tough time containing him, attacking all the way there.
6 on the shot clock. Bielitsa against Prince. And again, no good by Brooklyn. To the inside, Joseph. That ball. Nice feed that time from Bogdanovich. And that's now 6 points for Joseph. Nets trail by 13. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
Pass to Bielitsa. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Bielitsa's got 4 points this quarter.
Offensively, defensively, they are in total control.
Yeah, the other team a bit concerned here. They're trailing, and the lead seems to be growing.
Allen passes to Temple. No good on the free throw. Fields checked in for Bogdanovich. And he sinks the second. Here's Joseph. He kicks to Barnes. Back to Joseph from downtown. But they'll get another chance. Tries yet again. And it's Barnes getting it to go. Barnes has got 25 points.
Maybe the length helping out Harrison Barnes that time to collect.
Dinwiddie against Joseph. Harris outside. Pulls up on the wing. And it's off the back rim, no good.
Well, he wants that one over again, I guarantee that. Nobody's even in the neighborhood.
Hield with the bucket.
He's been a different guy here in the second half. His shooting percentage far better than it was before the break.
Allen outside. Back to Dinwiddie. Sweet little floater.
Always fun to look at. Not tremendously efficient, but the floater, boy, those sure are pretty.
Dinwiddie against Joseph. And here's Barnes for three. Hits the three-point bomb. 28 points for him.
Watch out. Now that he's got his first three of the half, there might be more in store.
It's Allen, top of the key. Back to Dinwiddie. Tried to come right back with the three of his own, but it's no good. The pass to Joseph. Back to Hield. 6 to shoot. Puts up a three. Another three for Sacramento.
Well, Hield can make a living out there from behind the arc. Doesn't need a lot of room to get his shot off, and he drains that one with ease.
Dinwiddie against Joseph. Dinwiddie kicks to Harris. Prince outside. Sacramento grabs the miss. The kick out to Barnes. And there are the Kings with another bucket.
He's played a huge role in this game to this point, but it looks like he just wants more. He wants to make sure that this lead holds up.
Bounce pass Temple. Joseph against Dinwiddie. With the floater. Here's Allen. That's another one for him. His fifth in just 7 shots.
Disappointing as a player to have such a great game and still be trailing. Not over yet, though.
Joseph against Dinwiddie. Joseph dishes to Hield. Back to Joseph. And it's sent back by Allen. Temple the pass to Prince. The rebound by Hield. Hield's got 5 rebounds tonight. Kicks to Joseph. Passes it to Bielitsa. Doesn't go that time. Brooklyn's gotten just 1 of 4 3-pointers to go down for them here in the fourth. Bielitsa against Dinwiddie. Back to Temple. The tray. That one falls coming off Dinwiddie's feet. Temple's got 4 points this quarter.
Not the biggest fan of that shot, but he had the space to get it off, so why not?
Pass to Barnes. Lays it up and in on the nice reverse. Barnes has got 32 points.
Attacking is one thing, Kevin, but body control another, and Harrison Barnes showing you that on that play.
Pass to Dinwiddie. Last year, the average salary for a starting point guard, Brent, in the NBA, was the highest among all positions. Why would that be?
Well, with the way the game has changed, Kevin, there's certainly an emphasis on being able to find guys who are initiating offense, scoring the basketball, shooting three-pointers, and you're seeing a big shift in salaries between point guards and bigs. That's where the biggest disparity is. Centers in the league are getting less and less of an opportunity to have the extended big money contracts because the game has moved to the perimeter, and if you're a big that cannot play on the perimeter, there's not a lot of teams that are willing to invest a significant amount of their cap space into the center position. They want guards and wings who can play out there and do the damage from there.
The pass to Allen. Over Hield. Allen's shot is off. And here's Heald. He'll bring it up for Sacramento.
And so it's going to end up in the record books as a blowout, a dominating performance for the Kings.
It was a standout performance across the board.
I mean, it was like watching a cat play with a mouse. They were able to do more or less whatever they wanted.
And now, for the year, this is going to take them to 7 wins.
And so they'll take the first game of the season series, a team they'll only see twice. They're certainly happy to start it off with a win.
And you know, guys, what a nice performance it was for Harrison Barnes.
Well, those points he had tonight, all critical, all from energy and activity. He just never seemed to stop.
Joseph against Dinwiddie. Joseph dishes to Heald. And it's sent back by Allen. Holmes, good. 9 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Here's Temple. So it's the Kings winning this one easily. This one was over well before the final buzzer. The fans were waiting for something to get excited about, Greg, but they never got it.
They sure didn't. I mean, they just rolled to this win. They made it look really easy. What an efficient performance at both ends.
And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For Brett Berry, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan along with our 2K Sports crew. We'll see you later.